Well, hello everyone, it's me, Solid, and good to have you here. Welcome to Sanctuary Assemblies again. We are here to, figure out if we got power tripped again in the game. But yeah, no, hey, hello everyone. Yeah, no, so, I'm gonna be so for real with you. Half of me does not want to touch Sanctuary, and it is for a pretty simple reason. I don't want to touch this. I don't want to touch the fear of God that this made for me. I of course have most of the characters in this party. I'm just gonna use what I have because it's driving me insane. And what is driving me insane is kind of like the difficulty scaling on the game as it stands. It's already like that should already just be like a pretty standard, like a pretty standard way of playing the game, and I'm afraid to touch it. It is the same thing as World Tree. It is a weekly thing that you do to get more gems, but at the end of the day, you actually get more gems from updates as well as possibly just farming the events than anything. As well as possibly dailies, honestly, dailies that kind of coming in clutch like weekly on a weekly basis. Oh, okay. I might be a little bit dry on my throat at the moment. Jesus, hold on. God, it feels like my throat is a mixture of in pain and salivating, like in a real weird way. Been a little bit in pain on that, I guess, but anything aside, we're gonna get right into it. I do not want to waste too much time on some of this. We're gonna go double speed until we actually need it. Yep. I let it run autos, whatever. Again, we're still running into accuracy issues because we need accuracy more than anything. And honestly, I'm waiting on them to release an accuracy buff on a character because that is probably worth more than anything than most of these other characters. We did just get white suit Epsilon, or not Epsilon, a white suit beta, and she is kind of good. It's just an SP thing. I'm gonna make a video on her soon enough. I don't know exactly when, but I do believe it's gonna be possibly in like the next couple of days. Each time Brown Dragon on South versus on speed by 10%, increase flex damage, ultra and Chris triggered. We're gonna select this one. I think that's probably the most important buff. Well, let me actually go check how long I have for nope, hold on. Okay, thank you. Just to double check, I have 3 days. Yeah, so I think it's the video is gonna be released probably around Monday, Tuesday morning, I think. Or not morning, Tuesday morning. It's gonna be around. Actually, maybe Tuesday morning, around then, or Tuesday evening, whatever the time it is. But even setting that aside, they actually finally buffed up elves, which is kind of par for the course. They buff humans before, which is kind of illogical to me. I don't understand why they even would do that. But we are also getting like a bunch. We're also getting like an elf. Kind of not like a team event. We're getting the bunny event again. So, watch out for the whatchamacallit. We're getting the gambling, not the gambling, but the casino event or rerun kind of thing. At least that's what my thoughts are on. At least that's what I'm thinking they're doing. Same turn. Oh yeah, they're releasing the a new like bunny costumes on certain characters. Riches on accuracy by 10%. Boost rate. No, I'm gonna go with this. And I guess I'm gonna pick more survivability this time around because last time I was a little bit flabbergasted by how I lived with my elf characters. This time around, since they actually did boost elf memory rates by like whatever amount it is, we're not gonna be as cooked because our party is just mostly elves. So hopefully that's good. Again, we're kind of getting through the early stage really fast because I just do not want to deal with this. And we're saying it in auto just so it's fast enough. And you know what I wish I would be able to set, because they haven't like done this option, right? Where they another thing, right? We have combo level 5. But in auto, it only goes up to 3 because this is what it automatically does. I don't know if there's like a way to set that. But if there is, I would love to be able to set it. It is a bit of a pet peeve of mine that you're not able to set it. But, it's whatever, you know? We're gonna go 1x speed and then we're gonna go off auto. Yeah, we go. Oh, the defense debuff is kind of high. Whatever. Go. Nope. 4. Yeah, I'm just about to steal their entire essence worth of what you call it. SP boost gone. For everybody else, put her. Pop. Can we crit? Can we crit, please? Let me crit. There we go. 78,000 crit. Amazing. 8 damage. Again, I think there's like there's always like the I wouldn't say necessarily criticism. They always buff. Okay. Oh my god! Look at that! Holy shit! Now you're talking. Hunter's Memory Yellow. Before start of battle, raises own accuracy by 40%. Also raises crit by 40% and raises crit damage by 60%. Holy shit. Dude, you know what? You know what? I think from now on, it's gonna be until we get this on the beginning matches. There is no goddamn way I'm gonna allow myself to lose out on accuracy of that scale. Cause sweet Jesus, that is so much accuracy. Holy shit. Is that what it's always been? I'm gonna set an auto and see if we have to retry this. That's being an auto. That's probably fine. Probably. We have enough accuracy now that it might actually do something. Amazing. Amazing. Look at that. All it took was 40% extra accuracy for us to actually hit something. That's all it took. Come on. Yeah, you know the numbers. We have like 50% accuracy as well. Slime suit. I only get 2 of those. Wait, I just realized that counts as slime suit. At start away, raises own damage inflicted by 40% if partied with 3 or more slime suits allies. Shit. That's kind of rough. That's kind of cringe. Oh, that is rough. I don't know why I only have 2 of these. I mean, I know why. Own evasion, and then raise speed, and then crit defense. At start of wave, shields damage by 100% of user skills. Evasion? Evasion? Or elf? Evasion. Elf. Evasion. Evasion it is. But yeah, no, I guess what we're gonna do from now on, rather than like really complain and like really like just finagle, I guess we're gonna reset some of these ones like in a couple of weeks. I think the goal is gonna be we're gonna try and see if we can get that accuracy buff early on. If not, we're gonna reset. There's generally no point in me just wasting that much time on like anything after. Because evasion is nice, but it is kind of like a worthless endeavor. We already know that they're not gonna. Okay. Each time buff is granted on ally, shields damage. Slime Swim again. Each time shield is granted on self, raises on speed by 2%, and lowers the speed on an enemy with. Okay. I think honestly, this is probably better. Racing speed is probably better. I don't know if most of these have increases in speed, but each time shield is granted on self. We're gonna go with this. Let me check, cause I had one. Oh, I should have picked perhaps the shield, but oh, right. I forgot. You know what's crazy? I was considering getting the That's kind of insanity, actually. I was considering getting Gamma's weapon, but I kind of blanked out on the Apocrypha thing because I just thought it was so fucking. It's such a shitty banner, right? And we've talked, and I think Banana like mentioned it like really like clearly. They seem to be nerfing the fucking shit out of certain characters because they made them too strong, and I think that's just a bad move. And I've seen that happen where you have to, again, it's a balancing thing. You make a character too strong, and now you have to balance around it. But the problem is that when you essentially disable a certain character, you now make an entire character unusable in any other aspect of the game that matters. Because of course, if you're doing like story mode and then they just released a new one and then you're struggling with it, there's a reason why you're struggling with it. They are balancing everything around the new characters because they don't want you to just straight up clear it, unless of course you have like A5 Ascendant and you spend enough money on it, which again, a bit of a shit moment. But I think every single time I've seen that happen, certain games kind of go down the shithole, and I've seen that like even like Bleach ratios, right? So if you're not aware, I've played race ratios, right? And that game in particular has had one issue, in my opinion, that is they release the essentially ailment plus effect, which basically renders 100% resistance worthless. And what does that mean? So say I have a character with 100% stun. It now means that even if you have 100% stun, there is still a chance for you to get that debuff on you, which is incredibly stupid in my opinion. On attack and then renovation, SP booster. We're gonna go with this because why not? It's hard to tell what's really a great option, but okay. We're gonna go with this. I honestly don't know if this is gonna be easier to clear just on auto or not. We're gonna probably clear on like Gacha thing, but again, balancing has always been an issue with some games, and I think the way to balance certain characters that are stupidly strong is not to nerf everything to oblivion, Because that always ends up to like messing up the entirety of like just the balanced ecosystem. Like, take for example, as it stands now, right? They have already screwed up the percentage damage effect on the entirety of the game with the release of Demon Oliver. That entire ecosystem, if your character has enough health that 100,000 damage is enough to basically kill it fast enough, that means that that character is now basically one of the most strongest early game characters in the game. Like, take for example, what is 100,000 times like 100? Okay, so 100,000, 1, 2, 100,000 times 100. Can't do math apparently. It's 10 million. So 10 million health. 1% of that, a tick, is 100,000. Or is that not? Is that wrong? 100 times. One percent of nothing. 10,000. No, it's a 10 million. Yeah. Cancels effects. Mitigates memory. Yellow. Oh, okay. Raises the one attack by 40%. That's pretty good. That's great. Awesome. But again, yeah, no. So if any character has below 10 million health, you're never gonna hit that damage cap on the 100,000 damage attack. You're never gonna reach it, and any character with less than 10 million health is gonna benefit the most out of that. Which means most characters 1% of health is insane. Like you're always gonna get like that 1%. Like unless the characters have 10 million health or above that, which some do, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure some of them have like 30 million health. Which is actually insanity, mind you. Alright, this is where it gets a little bit heinous, in my opinion. Okay. Since we have enough accuracy, you can probably just let this play. But I'm gonna watch it. This might be like our best world record on how to beat this Sanctuary this week. Let's sit on audience. Holy shit! Hold your horses. Pop that off. That heals me? Right? That heals me? It does. Okay, holy shit. God damn. Hold on a moment. She got her ultimate so fast. Oh, come on. That's fine. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna pause it. Y'all are not gonna see this cut, but there was like a bit of version. Well, there was a bit of a cut there. But we're probably back to business. Hopefully, there's no accidental. Hey, suddenly the audio is a little bit odd. But it's fine. When total. Nope, that's terrible. Human. Why are they all so trash? We're gonna leave it. Is this... Because, again, there's always, like, having useful buffs And there's having nothing worth it at all. Ouch, ouch, please, God, why are you hurting? Dang it, I have enough accuracy to hit them back fast enough. Bobbin. Right. I believe that was, Victoria. Yep, that was Victoria. She just, wiped her hands clean and killed them all. Thank you very much. Holy shit. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Holy shit. Crit damage by 60%. We're gonna have 100% crit rate. Holy shit. Yeah, we're that 100% crit rate. If we had the skill that Alpha had, that would go crazy. That's already insane enough already. Watch this, and they're gone. Oh, good God! Yeah, look at that. Look at that overheal. Pop it, and then wipe. Can we get certain ability buff, please? 82,000 crit. If we don't hit damage cap on every single thing after this, it's gonna be kind of crazy. I think it was just like the max healthy. Vampire memory. Each time buff is granted on ally. Each time, nope, that's worthless. We're gonna go with alpha memory. Awesome. Because you know, that increases our stats over rather than doing nothing. This week might actually be the fastest we clear of this. We'll see how the last boss goes. But we do need some evasion before we can actually not get deleted, because he ults really fast, and we might die after that. Ouch! Ouch! Okay, please, pretty please. Well, they died really fast. But I'd like some evasion. Now would be nice. Every 10 seconds after wave, damage received for single enemy, but 2% multiplied. Further cancels 3 buff effects. Okay, so that's actually pretty epic, and we're increasing our stats a little bit further. So I'll take that. Last one. I wish I could actually see their stats, but it's fine. Hopefully. Dear baby Jesus. Holy shit! How is it possible that expect me to think through that? But hold on. Okay. Heal a little bit. Do that, and then do that. Even that was a crit, which is crazy. Oh, sweet God. Probably should have healed, like, my entire party. Oh, thank God. Okay, evasion plus 40%. I will take that gladly. Holy shit. I would like to see their stats. I know there's always, like, a supposed, fight, but hopefully we can clear this. I was gonna go with dual 40% evasion, but we might be cooked. He might also be cooked really early on fast. I think we're gonna go half speed on this, just to be sure we don't explode. Oh, we might be cooked anyway. Not as much damage as I thought. That's actually great. Pop this off. Pop this, okay. I'm at 25% heal. I'll take that. I think our healing is kind of fucked anyway. It's cooked. I don't know where they basically restrict our entire recovery stats. There we go. Please heal. Didn't do anything. Let me check it, because I'm not able to recover at all. Like, whatsoever. Yep, that's damage cap. What are they doing? Lowers healing boost. That's deletes healing boost. What do you mean, lowers? Lower my damage taken. That's insanity. Up that. Please hit as like a dump truck, please. 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 Oh, look at that health gone. Pop that. And then another gamma ultimate in the second. What is going on with this fight, bro? Oh, that's cooked. That's fine. Fine. Pop another ultimate. This is fine. This is fine. This is probably fine. It's not fine. Is it fine? It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh. Look at that. 1 million damage. Holy shit. Well, this is our fastest record we cleared it. On that note, I am gonna be so for real. Why is the healing boost? It basically it's negligible. It cripples, and I mean cripples the entire healing that we have. That's insane. Yeah, 25% HP, 40 seconds remaining. Wait, 40 seconds remaining? We did it in 20 seconds? God damn. Yeah, I don't know what it is for that. Holy shit. For 300, for a measly 300 Phantasm Gems, that gets me a 10th of a point. Lovely. I need, you know, like 2 more months for that. I know, actually, yeah, about 2 more months. Insanity. No, that's kind of it. They increased our accuracy. We needed more evasion, and I still cannot heal for shit. And it is not surprising why I can't heal for shit. They basically rendered it useless. I want to know what the lowering effect on healing is, because you think it's so overpowered for me to heal the entirety of my health bar, even though I need 9,000% healing boost. What in the world is going on? Why? Again, y'all complaining about healing. I got, oh my god, because there's nothing I can do to cleanse that buff. Like I don't have like a yellow support that can do that. There's nothing. I don't think there's any like cleanser. She's A5. Maybe she might be able to do something. Nope. Poisons him. Healing effect, no. Cinderella's Ball. Recovery, no. Nope. That also doesn't do anything. Also no. You? Nope. Elemental, nope. Nope. Also no. Nope. Nope. Also no. Definitely no. Do you do anything that's interesting? You might. Increases crit damage. Cool. Nope. Inflict sickness? Nope. Increases crit rate for all allies by 50%. That's a lot, actually. Holy shit. Started wave raises damage inflicted for tank allies by 300%, and further increases inflicted damage inflicted by 300% if yellow elemental. That is a lot of damage, actually. Damn. Oh, you do anything? Overheal. Speed of all allies is not bad. Recovers 50% of allies. Further increases attack with tank or supporter. Oh, right. Raises inflicted damage for all supporter allies by 100%. And inflicted for all tank allies by 100%. Lowers inflicted damage by 200%. Lowers the speed rate of all attacker allies by 100%. A minute. Sister Dignity. Lowers attack of all tank allies by 80%. All support allies by 80%. Inflicts 100% damage to a single enemy. Does absolutely nothing for me. Other than more damage, which is not what I'm looking for. Nope. You. Ungun recovery buff. That is further increases speed. That is cool enough, but doesn't do anything. So yeah, no, I'm cooked. There's not any healing abilities that I can kind of go past by that. I just have to outright DPS it, which it can do because I have, and I quote, there was a. I know I have no characters, but I also have a ton of characters that are very, very stupidly strong. I'm not denying that. Again, very, very strong characters. Like Shadowfest A5, are you crazy? This is not normal. I got lucky. Which is basically, I quote-unquote spent money on my account, basically. Or if not more. Practically. In a real sense, again, some of this can be done, not all of it. It is kind of insane, if you really look at it. But even then, I don't expect to be able to do this every single week. But however, I also have the expectation to be able to do... Oh! Well, look at that! That's actually nice of them. That's a new thing I didn't realize they actually added. So they actually tell us what you completed. I haven't completed shit, apparently. I've completed 3 of these, which is cool and all. But I'm missing a metric shitload of events, it seems, to complete. I'm a liar. I don't complete any games, apparently. Yep. Again, oh, I'm actually gonna claim this. Weekly stuff things. Yeah. Again, in my humble opinion, it's always really difficult with Sanctuary. I never wanted to touch this until I knew I was ready, and the only time I knew I was ready is when my characters were on average rank 18, which again, it has taken over a year of working on the entire account, and even then, I'm missing about 2 to 4 ranks now, especially with the current release of the Ignorance character. Of Shadowsuit Epsilon. I believe that they probably increased it to rank 23. We're still in rank 22. Max level is 168 now, so my account should be 164. We're at 161. Again, not everybody can be really fast on the rank uptick, but again, I think this should actually allow us to increase your stamina. Because every new month we're getting a new patch of new content to farm, and it is literally hundreds, and I mean hundreds of hours of farming something that is basically pointless other than our gear. And I could farm for one particular character, but again, you might be able to upgrade one character every couple of days. One. I have like 50 or so. It's nothing super crazy. I don't know if it tells me how many characters I have records. I don't record. Whole time. Yeah, current rank 94, 160. I can't even be bothered with some of this stuff. And again, um, it's one of those things that it is very easy for me to like complain or say something, but at the same time, it is easier to just take it and go. And I wanted to actually talk about this a little bit, and I do apologize if I'm yapping. You can feel free to go if you want to go. We're kind of done with like weekly. A reminder: you can play Sanctuary. This is just the beginning of the week. This is just me trying it out, testing it, and whatever. Feel free to get out. You've done your job if you think it's a job. I appreciate you joining me as always. Thank you. Stay solid. Have a good one. But I'm gonna have a little bit of a yap fest here. But I wanted to remind myself why I came here, it's pretty simple. I just absolutely fell in love with the Eminence of Shadow. It just hit me right in the feels of I needed an isekai that just was the shit, and this is it for me. I have dealt with I can't believe it's not isekai kind of things. We have SAO, we have Danmachi. Danmachi is also one of my favorite series. That shit made me cry a bunch. It's great. For the most part, it does have some kind of pitfalls. I don't like Re:Zero, and I will stand by it. The characters are cool, and I think the banners on this one were fine. But as my personal take, I think it's probably a great series overall. I just don't like it personally. And again, I'm not about the character growth kind of prospect of things. I like to just kind of rain die and just enjoy my time. And again, there are certain things that left me like kind of like very in awe. For example, Nika's storyline and stuff. It is very simplistic. I'm a very simple person. If I like it, I'll just check it out. I'll play on it. I wanted to play this more often, and I considered making even more videos on this. But I'm gonna be so for real with you. I came here for the Eminence of Shadow. This is basically a fan game for those of us that just understand. We're waiting on the movie as it stands now, and this was one of my biggest outlets because every single time I go back and watch the Iris, Beatrix, and Shadow fight, like if y'all get it, you get it. But as it stands now, it is some of the gameplay is becoming a little bit not necessarily repeatable. It's always been repeating, but some of it has been like getting overly complicated in some prospects and unnecessarily difficult for some other aspects. And in my opinion, quests should not have this 0 to 100 vibe, because if you're a new player, and this is again, in my opinion, probably absolutely ruining. Just like it's demolishing. I'm actually gonna claim this. I didn't realize I didn't have this. Bam. Actually, what's worth more? Probably this one. So that, and then candy. And do I have lunchbox? I do have 4. But it is ruining the player experience with the difficulty scaling on the bosses. And it is in my opinion. And for an obvious reason, with the newest patch of I don't know. I don't think it's New Year's Best Dish. I don't think it's what it was. I think it was the previous one before this. I don't know if it was. I think it might have been the Re:Zero one where they dropped the 80,000 boss hunt. Which again, 60,000 was already more than enough. Yeah, 82,000 actually. That one's actually still here. Is it an earlier one or is this one's particular? A Sage's Gift. Let's try this one. How's hard this one? Yeah, no. So it was the New Year's event one. The New Year's event one, they increased the difficulty by like 30,000 points. I cannot believe, and again, just have higher difficulties. That is all you need. There is no need to have this level of scaling. You could also have, again, you have this challenge mode. You could have it like this, right? So you could have normal, you could have an easy, normal, hard, very hard, and then you could have the challenge mode, which is basically as tough as you want it to be. But the reason you'd have that, and you already kind of do, which is kind of what drives me nuts. Again, normal and hard. Those are obviously in the game. Normal and hard mode. Those are in the game. We have normal and hard, and then we have this is beginner, which is easy. Then we have hard. We should usually have very hard mode, and then challenge. This is like it should scale. And everything is with scales. Like the Sanctuary becomes tougher because you release a character so strong, like Bepsilon, and I don't even know if you're allowed to use any other characters because I haven't even tried. I'm not even aware of that because you already might as well just use the correct the correct element, like you should already have done before. A Bepsilon is a monster in her own making, but at the same time, they cost it. They shouldn't just actually cripple her to that degree. Because these events are becoming tougher and tougher, and most people that actually have her maxed out can use her anyway, so it doesn't even do anything. And for those that aren't allowed to, or are just not able to do it, well, that kind of goes into another like question where she's really strong, she does the majority of things that most people need her to do, but even then, not everybody pulled on her. Why are you balancing it out to run her that hard? I do not want that character. And at some point, I'm going to be forced to summon her because regardless of what I want, she's that meta. And again, we're going on a rant, and it is for an obvious reason. The character they release is so busted. It is the same shit as Victoria. She came in, destroyed the meta, and then walked out. She's still in the meta. But even now, is Victoria and Beta. Victoria and Beta I'm talking about. Those two characters are synonymous with, like, ridiculously strong characters. Even, like, there's a triple Beta combo right now. Triple Beta combo. You're telling me that I have to get 3 different Betas to use in the thing? Are you being serious? And here's another thing, right? So you can have Gamma, right? Most people have Gamma here and there. And again, we're going on a rant. The entirety of like this game has been like a mixture of character being something fucking ridiculous and the standard average experience being very fine, but the kind of like medium to like higher end kind of thing gameplay where you're kind of being introduced into really ridiculous mechanics or wannabe mechanics, which is just resistances labeled as mechanics, in my opinion. We're talking like we're talking between branches. You're getting ridiculous. I cannot handle that because like this game is a similar thing to like I would say, like probably starting in the game Genshin Impact. It's similar to Genshin Impact where the scales shift so much you either have to get extremely lucky or you just don't summon at all. Which, again, my account is extremely lucky. I'm extremely lucky to be in the spot where I am. And even then, I've gotten screwed like a ton. Like, take for example, so in my account, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Shadowfests. I have 12 Shadowfests in my account. That's great. I've gotten most of them under 30. That's insane. Now, most people will never have that happen. Consistent. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do exactly when the only reason I'm honestly getting by is by being extremely lucky or pulling on banners that are just so happen to be good, right? Because if we're talking about banners that are really broken, the yellow banner was the best, probably one of the best ones in my opinion, because it had Apocrypha banners, it had a bunch of Shadowfest banners on it, and pretty much that's all it had. And they're a kind of like a very nice candy in the whole. They're like the premium summoning banners are really nice. But again, what's going on? I'm complaining, and this is Sanctuary. I'm going on a rant because I'm confused what they're doing, and again, um, it is generally a bit difficult to really put into scope what we can do, because I could send a formal complaint of, hey, what's going on with this event, but my channel's not big enough for me to like really make a change, and even if it was, I don't think the developers really listen too much, because like, oh, you're just complaining. I'm like, no, I was here when the first game was kind of released, and I've been watching it. It's actually gotten better over time, because the developers have noticed some stuff, and I can see they're listening. An example of it would probably be highest dream. Did I forget the mission quest in this? I don't think I did on some of this one. But again, some of the ways that I know they're listening is they release the quests on this, in which you just have to clear the challenge or deal 1 damage, and they give you a reward. Their reward is pretty simplistic. It's 200 gems, but that in itself is more rewarding than what they were doing before. And before that, you had to get like a really high score to get like a sustainable amount of gems. And again, being able to just deal damage is perfectly okay. Again, half the rewards really comes from just being able to do damage, and I think that's perfectly fine. That's an acceptable metric. Anything after is just a bonus. And as a sense, hold on, I don't think it's here. It's in my box, right? I don't know how far I have to go, but they're yeah. Just from the damage rankings, I got 150. I got more rewards from simply doing dealing damage to in like the thing. This is a mediocre reward, but if you add the 200 to this is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We get an extra 100 because we're in a guild, and I did okay on my own. But again, they give us more rewards for literally doing nothing and just like, hey, thanks for like playing the game. Like, and I really appreciate that. I hope everybody's getting like this. I really do hope. I hope I'm not just insane. But again, we get like the 3,000 gems, so we get like 3,000. Like, we get a 10 pool on that stuff. It really doesn't do much. Even for example, when they accidentally screwed up for the Black Fridays last year, they were like, yeah, let's just stick with it, which I thought was base. Honestly, they could have just said, hey, sorry, this was too much, we're gonna have to take it back. But they said, no, fuck it, we'll give them that. And I think that to me, that poor intern that probably got fired because of that, we thank you very much for your service, and you shall be remembered in the episodes of time. My account will remember it because I fucked up, but everybody else, I hope will. Anyway, that's kind of it for the rant. And I do apologize if this one overboard. Again, the video, when I post the thing on like the 30-minute mark, is like the video stops here. You might want to stop. But if you stay for this, thank you for staying. Again, I've begun a rant. In a couple of days, we're also going to be doing possibly the. I say possibly. We're going to be releasing the monthly update on this. I don't know why I went to like the 15 now. I think it's because my thoughts settle in a bit more days. Is the main thing. And I think it's been like a little bit more interesting. It's kind of like the transition period on how the banners kind of look. Yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, thank you for joining me. If you're stayed for this Fest. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. If not, anyway, have a good one. Stay solid, and bye-bye.